Why, hello, and welcome to the Soul Sister channel on this Sunday, November the 23rd. My name is Kat. I've got your astrological spiritual forecasting guidance going from today through Saturday, November the 30th. This week's video is aptly entitled Gratitude is the Attitude. We have two major energy shifts this week. We have a big one. Mercury is going retrograde in Sagittarius on Monday. More of that in a moment. And we also have a new moon in Sagittarius to end our week on Saturday or Sunday, wherever you live. And of course, in the United States, Thursday is Thanksgiving. So let's talk about this Mercury retrograde energy and what we're going to do with it this week. Mercury is retrograde in Sagittarius. First, a quick note on what retrograde means. The planets have elliptical orbits, and so at times they appear to be going backwards in the sky. Of course, they're really not, but there is an energetic shift when that happens. And when the planets look like they're going backward, this is a time to review the energy of that planet. Now, Mercury goes retrograde 3 times a year and for about 3 weeks at a time. So it's going to be retrograde until December the 15th. And this is energetically, it's a time to review, to step back, to reflect, realign, readjust. And in the spirit of Sagittarius, which is all about expanding our horizons on all different levels, we're going to use this Mercury retrograde energy to take a look at our beliefs and our perceptions, and we're going to review those. Do we need to expand our horizons in our beliefs or perception? I don't know why. I want to say perspectives, but perceptions, perspective. Do we need to grow that aspect of ourselves? Do we need to grow into learning to understand different perspectives, different beliefs other than ours, instead of putting that wall up and just being very defensive and confrontative about our beliefs and protecting what we believe to be true? So this is a hard one. So we're gonna take this time to gently look at those beliefs that we hold dear, and are they still appropriate for us, or do we need to open our mind a little bit and accept the opinions and perspectives of others? Let's open our minds a little bit. Do we need to entertain beliefs and perspectives of others? This does not mean change our minds or use their beliefs over our beliefs or anything like that. It is trying to help us understand where the other is coming from. Remember, we're all one human cell, one human family, each of us making up a cell in this human family. Each of us has our part to play in this great epic life journey that we are on right now. So, making it all work, we have all these unique, distinctive personalities, beliefs. And so the key is to bring all of that together and be able to look at all of it with an open mind and try to understand where the other is coming from. That will help us relate and honor and be sensitive with the other much better. than being confrontative and you and blaming and all this stuff. You know, we are tending in this society to just sit sit in our corner, hold our beliefs, and we're just clashing against each other. But what we don't realize, we don't remember, is that we're all the same deep down. We have our uniqueness, but we're all the same. We all want the same out of life. We all want to have purpose. We want to feel we belong and we're making a difference. And when we aren't able to do this, then we fall into the negative sides of the energies that we're using. So we become confrontative, we become unflexible. So watch this. This Sagittarius energy is about opening our minds, not closing our minds and being rigid. It's not taking on the beliefs and values and perspectives of others, but it's learning to honor them, try to understand them. That is our big challenge, especially with Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius, where we do look at our beliefs, we do look at our perspectives and what we find to be worthy within ourselves or worthy. So take a look at that during this Mercury retrograde so that we can balance, align, readjust, renew this part, our faith, renew our optimism. So that is a challenge of this week, using the Mercury retrograde energy to review and reflect and realign all the way through December the 15th, especially in areas of our faith and also in areas where we want to expand. And that's the other thing that I want to talk to us about this week. We do have a new moon in Sagittarius. Oh, before I get that, Mercury retrograde. So, what happens when Mercury is retrograde, because it's an energy of reflection, realignment, retreating, and we don't do that, do we? Especially now during the holiday season. We're crazier than ever, right? So what happens is these energies are conflicting with each other. We're out there very action oriented, doing, and yet Mercury retrograde is going, hey man, slow down, take a rest, step back. I want you to review some things. I want you to reflect some on some things, but that's not what's going on. So what happens is anything Mercury rules like communication, transportation, these things are going to get messed up. We're not going to get the email that we were supposed to get. We're going to lose our luggage. The flight is going to be delayed. Um, and we're gonna send somebody a communication that we didn't mean to send them. So look for all of those types of little hiccups to happen in communication and transportation during these next 3 weeks, because we are not aligning with the energy that says rest, reflect, step. So expect little hiccups in any kind of communication or travel arrangements. You have to expect it, and we have to find the humor in it all because it just is what it is. So prepare ahead of time to expect some delays, to expect some hiccups. And when it doesn't happen, we'll feel great, right? It'll be awesome. And the last thing I want to talk about, Mercury retrograde, it is not a time to begin anything, to sign contracts of any kind. The energy is not there to push whatever it is forward in anything. So don't begin anything unless you have to. Now, if we have to sign a contract, if we have to do anything like that, make sure we're checking all the details, dotting our I's, crossing our T's, make sure that we're signing for what we think we're signing up for or we're signing for. And that will help prevent any hiccups that are long term because we didn't read the contract or whatever. So that is Mercury retrograde. We're going to use it to open our minds a little bit more, to honor other people's perspectives, honor their beliefs while not compromising ourselves and trying to understand where they're coming from. When we can understand where they're coming from, then we can relate with them a little bit better and we can find what brings that the commonality between us. So let's work on that. Now on Saturday we have the new moon in Sagittarius. So what I have a challenge for us this week. Open mind, both Mercury retrograde and the new moon is in Sagittarius. So we're talking about expanding our horizons, opening our minds. We're going to do one thing. Do one thing this week on this new moon. It's a great time to begin something new, even though Mercury retrograde is like, no, doesn't have to be a contract. So maybe something we've been thinking about, tossing around, like we want to explore or research, and we just haven't really, committed to doing it or something, or we want to read a particular book. Let's do something that we've been meaning to do for ourselves to expand our knowledge, expand our experience. Let's do one thing, just one thing, whatever it is. It could be reading a pamphlet about something. It could be taking a class that we wanted to take. Maybe it's a cooking class. Maybe we want to go find out about that community garden and how it works and how we can participate in that. Expand our horizons. One thing. Just do one thing that helps us learn and grow. That's what the energy is all about this week. And since it's Saturday, we can do something with our significant other or our friends and family, something we haven't done before. Just came into my head. We might want to go see Wicked together. I mean, it's been on every commercial on TV. I actually love that show. I'm going to go see it. So, something like that. So, have some fun. Sagittarius is very generous and except for the one thing I keep forgetting to tell us about it. I didn't forget. Watch it with both Mercury retrograde and the new moon. Don't bite off more than we can chew. We have a tendency to, with the Sagittarius energy, we're so optimistic we think we can do anything. Time doesn't even matter, but it does, especially with Mercury retrograde in there messing things up. So don't bite off more than we can chew. And remember on Thanksgiving to don't be excessive in anything, food or drink or yaps. And finally, this week, what I want us to do is be grateful. We have Thanksgiving on Thursday. It's a great opportunity. I mean, we're going to be with friends and family, possibly, but it's an opportunity to be consciously grateful for whatever it is. Is it our family? Is it our partner? Is it that we woke up alive today and it's not 190 degrees and humid outside? Is it that warm cup of coffee? When we are grateful, the energy channel of abundance opens up and abundance pours out to us. We're saying, well, I've never experienced, I don't know that, I don't believe that. But that's because we don't believe it. That's because we're not worthy. That's because we're fearful and we have lack. And all of that energy just blocks that abundance, stops it right in its tracks. So this week, we're going to open our minds to other people's perspectives. We are going to try something new and different that helps us learn and grow. And even on Saturday, we might want to do it with our partner or friends and family. And we're going to be grateful. We're going to be consciously grateful. Thanksgiving is Thanksgiving. It's what it's all about. So we're going to consciously be grateful this week. Anytime we have a negative thought, we're going to replace it with what we're grateful for. It doesn't matter. I don't care what we're grateful for. I don't care. It's not too cold, anything. And that will help open up the abundance so that we can start receiving what we truly deserve and not what we think we deserve. So, great week ahead, expanding our horizons. We'll get started like we always do by becoming balanced, aligned, connected with our higher selves. And then we'll say our Sun in Sagittarius affirmation. Let's take our 3 deep cleansing breaths. Let's take the first one. On this first deep cleansing breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our physical etheric bodies. Second breath. On this second breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our emotional astral bodies. Let's take one more. On this third deep cleansing breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our mental bodies, both higher and lower. We see all the darkness, all the toxicity, all the disease, all the negativity. It's all flowing out of our bodies, just flowing away. In its place, we're being filled with this beautiful white light made up of light, love, and goodwill. Not only does it fill our entire body, all of our bodies, our physical, etheric, emotional, astral, mental, higher, and lower. Not only does it protect all of our bodies, but it is deflecting all evil, low vibration, all negativity back to its source. While we're in the space of white light connected with our higher selves, we will say our Sun in Sagittarius affirmation. I work to make my outer world a reflection of my inner world relationship with my higher self and my spiritual growth. We'll say the affirmation. We'll stay in the space of white light connected with our higher selves for just 5 seconds. Let's say it together. I work to make the outer world a reflection of my inner world relationship with my higher self and my spiritual growth. Good, good. That's a mouthful this month. We have to really kind of think about it a little bit, but it's really good. It really goes right along with the week ahead and learning and growing and accepting others, not compromising ourselves, but honoring where they're coming from and also being grateful. So great. That is wonderful stuff. Come see me on Facebook for my daily inspirational oracle messages that help give us an idea of how we can stay balanced and aligned and connected with our higher selves and how we can come from love, abundance, and gratitude in all of our choices. And I also post these really quirky, funny, thought-provoking, and beautiful, I consider beautiful memes. And like I said last week, if you're kind of stuck or you need some input, I find scrolling through those memes, sometimes you find exactly what you're looking for. So come see me on Facebook. Remember the keynote for the Soul Sister channel. We're going to be using it a little bit this week as we go in, as we do our internal work of review, realigning, readjusting, renewing our beliefs, our perspectives, how we can be more inclusive. So come see me on Facebook and remember that, and remember this: life is lived from the inside out. Great week ahead. Learn and do something new. Let me know about it. Let me know what you're doing new in the comments, and have a great Thanksgiving. We have so much to be thankful for. Namaste.